Nina Lin has finally responded. That is 100% true. She is on her Instagram story and she has responded to everything coming out about it. Now, if you don't know who Nina Lin is, good. Now, unfortunately, I'm about to inform you. So essentially, Nina Lin is a Twitch streamer where she just makes a living off of being an absolute nuisance. I'm not even joking. She has clips of her, not making this up, where she is standing in front of moving cars. Yes, there was an oncoming truck and she's just standing in front of it, standing and dancing in front of cars. And then she gets mad. She gets upset. Let me tell you how ghetto, ignorant, and hood trash she is. And let me tell you how stupid she is. She stands in front of oncoming traffic and then gets upset that she almost got hit by a car. What? Are you really that stupid? There's no way you can tell me you are this stupid. Like, you're an absolute pebble-brained bird. But that's just the light stuff. Not only does she do stupid stuff like that, but there was this another thing where she was like in a salon or something like that, and she was cursing up a storm. The mother's like, hey, I'm here with my 13-year-old daughter. Could you please, like, chill out? And then what she does, she decides to, like, stand up and start, like, hip thrusting at the air. Yes. While cursing up a storm again. And she thinks that's funny. It's like, no, you're corny. You're just hella corny. What are you doing? And again, this is like the ghetto nasty ass hood rats I be talking about that be in New York and why I want to get out of the state in general. Of course, I moved out of the hood. I moved out of there 6 years ago. But unfortunately, these disgusting rodents decide to move around and maneuver throughout the entirety of New York. You can never truly get away from them unless you get out of that state. Because again, they like to go to nice places and ruin it for the rest of us. Like I said before, with her stealing steaks, stealing boots, and stealing other things. And then what happens is all the stuff gets locked up and you got to wait for an associate so you can get a key. So you can at least get something so you can have the ability to purchase something that you want. But she's going to ruin it for the rest of you. So all this stuff coming out. Oh, I didn't even touch upon the part. There's just so much stuff, right? With her putting her hands on men inappropriately, right? There was this guy laying down. She just started groping him from the back, just grabbing his butt. And he literally stated himself he was uncomfortable with it. She just did it, right? And obviously with all these cameras on him, he didn't want to make a big scene out of it. And what did she get? She got a 1-week ban for that. And this other one where she put this guy in a headlock. Yes, she put a man in a headlock. And this other chick was like throwing it back on him. And she was like, yeah, we don't need a consent, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you need to be on a registry. That's not even a joke. That's not me making a joke. If me and another guy put a chick in a headlock and some dude is like thrusting and grinding on her, we'd both be on a registry. We would both be on a registry, rightfully fucking so. If there's a chick laying down and I go up behind her and I start grabbing her ass, I would be on a registry. Rightfully so. How the fuck is this bitch not in prison right now? How is she not in a registry? That is absolutely insane. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, I hate to say this, but somebody needs to start twisting these guys' wrist. Somebody needs to go to these guys and twist their wrist to report this bitch to the police. She needs to go to jail. You need to be put on a registry. Because again, if she's not held accountable to the fucking longest degree, she's going to keep doing it. If she made light of it, she was making jokes about it. It's like, you're fucking disgusting. You're a pig. You're gross. Because again, if a man was doing that, internet would be on fire, career over, you're going to prison. But because it's her, it's Nina Lin, which my voice is starting to sound like hers from all the yelling. Fucking with that nasty ass Macho Man Randy Savage cadence she be walking around with. Again, sound like she fucking got a muffler for a throat. It's just absolutely insane that she gets away with all this shit. Gets a 1-day ban. And then Twitch was like, oh, sorry, we'll give her a 1-week ban. For a double assault? Are you fucking out of your mind? But that's Twitch for you. Now, moving on from that, she made a response. What was Nina Lin's response? Again, I'm sorry. I had to do... This is 4 minutes. I can see the clock up here. 4 minutes to go over a quarter of all the crazy shit she's done. 4 minutes. So, Nina Lin's response. This ghetto nasty ass ratchet bitch. Her response was this on her Instagram story. This was a response. Check it out. Look at it. Look. I'm gonna be responding soon. That's your response. That was her response. I'm dead ass. I am dead ass. That was her response. Her response is that she's gonna be responding soon. Throughout all these accusations. You've been accused of 1,000 things. Smart is not one of them. And on top of that, it's not really even accusations. Bitch, you did it on camera. You did it on, you are on camera doing the stuff. You belong in jail. When I said we need to send her ass to that Salvadorian prison, I meant that. Because how do we take care of this? Genuinely. How do you sit someone down who's 24 years old and how do you explain to them, hey, you can't put another human in a headlock and have somebody else perform disgusting actions on them. You know, you can't go around groping people's butt cheeks. You can't do that. I just can't teach you to not do that at the ripe age of 24. I can't tell you that you are not allowed to do that. Fuck the law, just based upon human compassion, just based upon being a human. I can't teach you how to be a human. You're supposed to just know this shit. But she's so fucking ghetto hypnotized. She's ghetto-tized. She don't give a fuck. Because again, why give a fuck when there's no consequences? But at the same point in time, there should be at least something morally there. You know what I'm saying? Something morally, well, maybe I shouldn't do that because that'd make the other person feel uncomfortable and that may mess with them. And she don't have that. She don't have that fucking conscience in her head. So now you have this chick who don't got no fucking conscience. She don't got no sympathy, no empathy. She got nothing. And then she don't even get consequences on top of that. Because at least if she's going to be walking around like some fucking psychopath, at least have some sort of consequences as a deterrent. But she don't get no consequences. She don't. So why should she stop? Again, in her head, where she's not going to be taking into account how her actions may, hurt other people. How her actions may make you feel uncomfortable. And how this shit was heartbreaking to hear, man. This dude named Saeed who got put in that headlock. He was talking about dealing with some really, not so good thoughts. You know what I mean? Like some cutting the rope, just ending it. Some not so good thoughts. And that shit on top of it, you never know what's going through someone's head. He's already dealing with enough, and now you gotta deal with this. And he's fucking embarrassed online because you and that nasty ass ratchet bitch decided to do what you wanted to do? For what? And then you're like, oh, well, he should be embarrassed. He should be embarrassed. Why? Because you're fucking gross? Because he didn't want to fight back? Because let's talk about it. This is real shit. If he got up and he snuffed you in your fucking face, nobody would talk about what led up to it. Everybody would be focused on the fact that he snuffed you. Because that's the reality. That is the reality of the situation. As a man, when you're put in a situation like that, you're not allowed to fight back. And I'm talking for personal experience, and I won't go in depth. But when a woman puts her hands on you inappropriately, you're not allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to. Okay? Because if you would have got up and would have straight up rocked that bitch, everybody would be like, oh my God, you saw he hit her. Oh my God, you hit a woman. And I'm telling you right now, all them dudes in that room would have jumped him. They would have whooped on his ass. And he would have got dragged out that room. And she would have sat there and be like, oh my God, why'd I get hit? And nobody would be talking about how she put him in a headlock. Nobody would be talking about her nasty ass friend that was throwing it on him. Nobody would be focusing on that. Nobody will focus up on what led to that. They'd be focusing on the fact that he actually responded with violence in self-defense. It's ridiculous shit. This is fucking ridiculous. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. I didn't know it was that bad. And the fact that it was like, damn, yo. Hot damn. Again, what the fuck is a Twitch ban? This bitch belongs in prison. You belong in prison. The fact that you are walking free is just a miracle. It is a Christmas miracle. Gonna be honest, yo. They need to press charges. They need to press. It's on camera. Press charges. Get this chick on a registry. Ruin her fucking career, yo. Ruin this shit because she is disgusting. She's not gonna stop. You want to make light of the situation? Cool. You can do that. Take everything from this chick. That's not okay. It's not, and I know it's hard. It's hard for these guys to come out and speak about it because a lot of y'all gonna be some busters online and be like, oh, yo, you kind of bitch, and yo, I wish that was me. Oh, some of us are, what do they like to say? Some of us are drowning while others are dying of thirst. You ever seen that? And be like, damn, I wish that was me. Blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, what are you doing? Okay? Not everybody's going to react the same to that situation. And if he's claiming, right, we saw what happened. He didn't want that. And she did it anyway. It's on camera. And what the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? Absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling. It's genuinely mind-boggling. So the idea that she's gonna respond soon, unless your response is you walk into a police station and turning yourself in, then I don't want to hear no fucking response. And I bet you right now, fucking now, if she does sit down and makes a response, it's gonna be some bullshit response of like, y'all's doing too much. Y'all's doing too much. Y'all's doing too much. And she's gonna somehow turn it on how she's the victim. Something, something, something. Blah, blah, blah. Ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. Nasty ass. Ratchet, ratchet, ratchet. Blah, blah, blah. Gonna be some ghetto hood rat shit. That's what it's gonna be. I mean, I've been through this song and dance before. I've seen this happen 1,000 times. You're somehow the victim, and how people are misinterpreting everything, and how, yo, everybody's fronting, and everybody blowing everything out of proportion, and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it's because I'm a woman, or is it because of my race, and misogyny, blah, blah, blah. That's what it's gonna be. Okay? That's what it's gonna be. I'd imagine that's exactly what it's gonna be. If you think she's gonna sit down and genuinely fucking apologize, because the biggest apology you can do, if you really mean whatever you're gonna say, you need to turn yourself in. That's what you need to do. You're not gonna do it, but you need to turn yourself in, and you belong on a registry. You do. Okay? Nobody should be going around grabbing nobody's ass and like massaging and digging in there. Nobody should be putting nobody in a fucking headlock and doing shit like that. What are you doing? That is just, it's mind-boggling. Genuinely mind-boggling. So yes, this woman does in fact belong on a fucking registry. Insane shit. I did not know it was as bad as I saw. I saw this shit. And she has the motherfucking nerve to talk about, oh, well, you know, he should be embarrassed and blah, blah. What the fuck are you talking about? Those bitches cracked out, y'all. That's the end of the video. Like, favorite, share most of the comments, subscribe. Y'all let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, in the comment section down below. I'm your boy Cole Raven. I'll catch y'all the fuck later. For this chick, y'all, 1 billion thumbs down. Toma! Peace. My God.